Hi, I'm Todd Henderson. Today we're going to install a pop and lock tailgate lock on this 2013 Toyota Tacoma with a backup camera. All right, for our first step, we're going to start removing these T30 Torx bolts. What I like to use is a T30 bit, goes on the end of the socket, makes it nice and easy. There's 15 of them. We just take them right out. Now that we've removed the 15 Torx screws, we're going to go ahead and pull this back panel right out. Next, we just have to remove these two linkage arms. Now we're going to use a 10mm socket and remove these two bolts here that hold the handle in place. Now that I can rotate this at a better angle, I'm going to take out these two small Phillips head screws that hold the camera into place. Next, I'll remove these 10mm bolts. To take this plate off so I can pull the camera completely out. Now I'm going to be removing the connector harness from the camera. You just squeeze slightly on that and you pull it out. Now because the camera is going to be relocated from this side to this side over here, we're going to want to actually cut the tape that holds this in place so we can rewire it to this side. Next, we're going to remove this harness from out of here. We're going to run it back underneath here. Next, we've got a little gasket that comes out of your original handle. We're going to pull that out because we're going to reuse that in the new handle. Here we have the new pop and lock replacement handle with the lock in there. It's got the kick out for the camera. Now if yours does not have the camera, you just don't pop out the kick out. If yours does have the camera, there's your pop out right there. We're going to go ahead and install the gasket. Next we're going to move these linkage clips from your factory handle to the new pop and lock handle. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze this together and it's going to pop out on the other side. Now we've got the new pop and lock handle. We're going to snap these in place. Next we're going to put the camera in. Now you don't have to worry about putting the camera in upside down. It can only go in one way. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out these two Phillips head screws. Now before this piece will pop out, you have to remove these two screws to allow the kick out to pop out as well. Next, the piece that we took off of the pop and lock new handle, we're going to take the backup camera, and as you can see, it can only go in one way. So we're going to install that and then put in the two screws to hold it in place. Next, we're going to go ahead and insert the camera right into the hole. Now we will replace the 2 screws we took out earlier. Next we'll be setting the new pop and lock right back up into the same position. We'll take our 10mm bolts. Now we're going to reinstall the linkage arms. We just drop the linkage arm back into the hole, and then it swivels around and clips onto the arm. And do that to both sides. Next, you're going to want to test the lock, make sure all the linkages are working. This is the unlocked position, so whenever I pull on the handle, you can see that it pulls the linkage arms, and then when I turn this to the locked position, pulling the handle does not turn the linkage arms. Let's go ahead and close the tailgate, see what we got. I'm going to close the tailgate, it's locked. Tailgate's not opening. I can unlock the tailgate, now it opens. The last step, we're going to reinstall the cable. Next we're reinstalling the camera cable. We're going to zip tie this in place, a couple of areas with supplied zip ties. Now before installing the back panel, make sure the backup camera is still functional, and that concludes the installation.